Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2018 to share with you her address to the class. On her first day in the high school after our freshman orientation, she walked up to me, all bright-eyed and enthusiastic, and said, "Hello, my name is Grace Simmons, and I'm looking forward to being a student at the high school." She went on to be a member of the National English and Triad Music Honor Societies, to participate on the school's swim and track teams, and to lead the marching band as its drum major the past 2 years. A member of the jazz band and alto saxophone player, she is also vocally talented and has performed in over a dozen plays or musicals over the past 8 years, including a Metro Award nomination in 2016. Mature beyond her years and a selfless advocate for others, she plans to study at the University of Massachusetts Amherst Honors College in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2018, Miss Grace Simmons. There's your speech, ready for you.
This adjusted. Friends, family, faculty, staff, and fellow classmates, good evening. I am honored to be speaking to you tonight as we celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2018. From kindergarten to senior year, over the course of almost our entire time alive, we have attended school. From addition and long division to deriving and integrating equations, and from basic reading skills to learning how to write a paper in French, my time as a student in the Portchester School District has provided me with a plethora of knowledge. However, the most important thing I learned was not taught to me by any singular class, teacher, or even peer, but came forth as a sum of my 13 years in the Portchester school system. Nobody is or should be defined by numbers. I vaguely remember in elementary school, we would be rewarded with good behavior and good work with stickers. I remember a poster board with everyone's name in one column, and every time you got a sticker, it would go in the row with your name in it. Getting a sticker for good performance remains, from elementary school to standing here on this stage, the very best feeling in the world. I think I can say I was more determined to get stickers than to raise my report card grades. They were that good. So, I don't remember my grades or being disappointed by them or happy about them, but I remember stickers. However, there was one number I do remember. One number I always remember being disappointed by. My Lexile number. A score that told us what level we read at. I always remember that number and the way it made me feel. I always remember getting the lowest score of all of my friends. So I stopped reading. They read Harry Potter while I just pretended with the movies. I may be salutatorian now, but then I surely did not feel smart. In high school, the grades got a little more serious. I had finally become a strong student by middle school, but in high school, we all knew colleges would be scrutinizing our transcripts. So of course, knowing this, I failed my first test. And well, I freaked out. I just knew with a failing grade, I'd never get into my dream school. So I worked harder, redoubled my efforts, and hey, I'm here giving this speech, so I guess it paid off. I didn't think it had paid off during the college acceptance process, though. For all, I didn't get into any top choice colleges. I applied to 6 and only got into 2. I could not figure out why I wasn't good enough. In that moment, accolades or not, I was just the kid whose Lexile wasn't good enough, who failed that test, and no college would consider. I am now thankful for these rejections, and especially for reminding me of a time when stickers mattered more than numbers, for reminding me that the numbers I had been given for years were no reflection of who I was as a person. They were only a ranking, a way to put me in order. I had always worked hard, stayed up late, and missed out on some of the most basic teenage experiences just to raise my grades. The numbers that I thought defined me. I learned that I am defined by my experiences and what I choose to immerse myself in. I have learned just as much from theater, marching band, and my 2 jobs as I have learned in school. Without my failures, if everything had come easy, if I was a fast, skilled reader in elementary school, if I didn't fail the occasional test, and most importantly, if I had gotten into my dream school, would I have ever learned to define my own success? Would I still be living out a fantasy, seeking success only in the eyes of others, every failure a stain on my worthiness? The last few months of high school were amazing. I chose to open my mind to learn for the sake of learning. I was focused on learning with intent, not just for a grade. I wish I had done this earlier because these were the most fulfilling weeks of my entire educational career. Success is an individual experience that is not numerical. Your success is your own individualized fulfillment that cannot be quantified. High school, with its grades, schedules, and insane amount of numbers that seek to define us, cannot define success, and so cannot define failure. Your own personal success is measured by what you accomplish based on what you want and what you care about. That is our decision here in 2018 at graduation to make. Success or failure, it is up to us. To the class of 2018, I challenge you to find your own individual success. Set your own goals based on your own individual abilities, and find fulfillment in accomplishing what you set forth to do. If you immerse yourself in what you love to do and you put all of your effort into that, then success will follow. The numbers that defined you in high school will no longer matter once you cross this field. Only one number matters, and that is you only have one life. I'd like to congratulate the class of 2018. And if there's anything I want you to take away from this speech, don't waste your life trying to find what others define as success, but find your own personalized form of success and fulfillment. Thank you.